The book of Habakkuk, chapter 1. The burden that the prophet Habakkuk saw. O Lord, how long will I cry out, and you will not hear me? And then I will cry out to you for violence, and you will not help me. Why do you make me see iniquity and make me see sadness? Because before me are ruthless and violent, and there are those who spread strife and strife. Therefore peace is dissolved, and judgment does not go forth, because the wicked do deeds against the righteous. Therefore judgment is wrong. Look in the midst of the hidden. Behold, wonder and marvel, for I will perform a work in your days. You shall not see it, though it be told you. For behold, I raise up the Chaldeans, a sore and furious nation, who will go as far as the breadth of the earth to possess the dwellings that are not theirs. They are terrible and fearful. Their judgment and their dignity will come from them. Their horses also are swifter than leopards, and fiercer than wolves in the fall. Their riders are numerous and come from afar. They fly like the eagle that wants to eat. They will all come and blow before their faces. There will be an east wind, and they will gather prisons like sands. They shall mock kings, and princes shall be a scepter to them. They shall mock every fortress, for they shall gather dust and take it. Then they will take courage and transgress and behave wickedly, attributing their power to their God. Art thou not from everlasting, the Lord my God, my Holy One? We shall not die, O Lord. Thou hast destined them for judgment, and O God, hast established them for correction. Thou hast pure eyes and cannot see wickedness. Why dost thou look on transgressors, and hold thy tongue when the wicked doeth violence to the man that is more righteous than he, and makes men like fish in the sea, and like reptiles who have no master outside them? They take everything at an angle. They catch it in their net and gather it into their web, with which they rejoice and rejoice. Therefore they sacrifice to their net and burn incense in their yard. For because of them their portion is fat, and their meat plentiful. Should they therefore tend their net and not continually spare to slay the nations? The book of Habakkuk, chapter 2. I will stand before my watch, and I will stand before the tower and watch to see what he will say to me, and what I will answer to him who rebukes me. The Lord answered me and said, Write the vision and make it clear on the tablet, so that he who reads it may run. For the vision is still for a definite time, but at the last he will speak and not lie, even if he tarries. Wait, for he will surely come and not stop. Well, he who lifts himself up, his mind is not upright in him, but the unrighteous one lays down his way. Yea, verily, the proud man is like him that transgresses with wine. Therefore he shall not endure, because he has enlarged his desire like hell, and is like death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathers to himself all nations, and heaps to himself all peoples. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a portrait against him, and say, O he who increases that is not his own, how much longer? And he who stops himself would think clear. Will they not rise up suddenly to bite you, and awake to agitate you, and you will be their prey? For thou hast pushed many nations, all the remnant of the people shall push thee, because of the blood of men, and because of the evil done in the land, and in the city, and in all that dwell therein. He who prepared for himself a refuge for his house, to set his nest there, to escape the power of hell, you have put your own house to shame, destroying many people, and you have sinned against your own soul. For the stone shall we away from the wall, and the flame from the wood shall answer it. Woe to him who builds a city with blood and erects a city with iniquity. Is it not for the Lord of hosts that the people will toil in the fire? The people will toil for their vanities, for the earth shall be full of the knowledge of the glory of the Lord, as the waters run the sea. Woe to him that maketh his neighbor drunk. Thou makest thy heart drunk, and makest him drunk also, that thou mayest see their merit. Thou hast filled thyself with shame for glory's sake. Drink thou also and be stripped. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned to thee, and the shame shall be for thy glory. For the cruelty of Lebanon shall smite thee, even as the spit of the beast, which made them Aphrodite, because of the blood of men, and because of the evil done in the land, and in the city, and in all them that dwell therein. What good is the image? For he who made it has made it an image and a teacher of lies. True, he made it trust in it when he makes foolish idolatries. Woe to him who says to the wood, awake, and to the fictitious stone, arise. It will teach you, behold, it is clothed with gold and silver, and there is no breath in it. But the Lord is in his holy temple, all the earth is silent before him. The book of Habakkuk, chapter 3. Prayer of the prophet Habakkuk for the ignorant. O Lord, I heard your message and was amazed. O Lord, take up your work in the midst of the peoples. In the midst of the years, make it known. In wrath, remember mercy. God comes from Tema, and the Holy One from Mount Paran. Salah. His glory equals the heavens, and the earth is full of his prayer. For his splendor was like light. He had horns coming out of his hand, and there was the concealment of his power. Before him pestilence broke out, and before his feet flaming flames broke out. He had stood still and measured the earth. He had seen and dissolved the nations. The everlasting mountains are broken, and the ancient hills are bowed down. His ways are everlasting. By his iniquities I saw the tents of Cushan and the curtains of the land of Midian tremble. Has the Lord been angry against the floods, or has your rod been against the floods? Or was your anger against the sea, which you rode on your horses? Thy chariot brought salvation. Your arm was manifestly lifted up, and the other tribes were a sure word. Selah. You cleanse the land with rulers. The mountains saw you and trembled. The stream of water passed by. The depths made a noise and lifted up their hand upon themselves. The sun and the moon stood still in their abode. To the light of your arrows they went, and to the splendor of your spears. You trampled the land with anger, and beat the hidden with displeasure. Thou hast departed for the salvation of thy people, and for the salvation of thy anointed. Thou hast wounded the head of the house of the ungodly, and hast unhinged its foundation to the neck. Selah. Thou hast smitten with his own weapons the head of his villages. They went out like a wild wind to scatter me. Their return was like destroying the poor by stealers. You walked on the sea with your horse on the brink of great waters. When I heard, my belly trembled, my lips trembled at the sight. Rottenness crept into my bones, and I trembled in myself, that I might rest in the day of trouble. For when he comes upon the people, he will destroy them. For the fig tree will not blossom, and the vine will not bear fruit. The labor of the olive tree will fall, and the fields will no longer produce honey. The cattle will be cut off from the head, and there will be no bulls in the stables. But I will put my trust in the Lord. I will put my trust in the God of my salvation. The Lord God is my strength. He shall make my feet like the feet of heathens, and shall make me to walk in my places. To the chief cantor of Negota,